From misspelled names to some questionable designs, here are the 16 Legos that will leave you wondering and wondering about the lengths that people go just to prove a point. If Lego and a snowflake had a love child, it would be brain flakes. Every piece is a tiny disc that thinks it's a ninja star, perfect for when we got bored of the usual bricks and wanted something that wouldn't hurt when we stepped on them. They still do, just a bit less. We once tried to build a replica of the Lego Death Star, and what we got looked more like a squished pancake from space. If you ever wanted to explore the outer limits of non-traditional buildings, brain flakes will sprinkle your construction dreams with bizarre shapes and endless possibilities. Plus, it's a great way to confuse everyone about what exactly you're building. Imagine if Lego bricks stretched out in the sun and got really lanky. That's K'NEX. We tried to build a Lego-style castle. It turned out to look like a windmill fought with a spider. Building with K'NEX is an exercise in figuring out just how many ways rods and connectors can fit together without creating something that looks like a tumbleweed. It's perfect for those who thought traditional Legos didn't offer enough potential for poking an eye out. Dive into a box of K'NEX, and you might just emerge with something epic, or at least something hilariously epic. Magnet tiles make us feel like magicians every time we snap them together. It's like bam, and suddenly you have a castle, or a spaceship, or, a weird blob thing because, let's be real, not all of us are architects. These tiles are like if magnets got a PhD in awesome. Building with them is a snap, literally, and perfect for when you want to construct something quickly before your attention snaps to something else. We once attempted to build a Lego-like fortress, but ended up with a shimmering, unstable palace that Magneto would be proud of. Magnet tiles are the flashy, colorful relatives in the building block family reunion, bringing a little extra sparkle to the Lego-esque assembly fun. They're perfect for quick builds or when you just want to feel like a wizard assembling a floating castle. Here's what happens when Lego goes incognito at a carnival. Fun little toys bulk plastic bricks. We opened a box and decided to replicate the Lego Millennium Falcon. Halfway through, it looked more like a Millennium Pancake. These blocks mixed with real Legos like oil mixes with water. Technically possible, but not without some separation anxiety. It's a chaotic, colorful mess of a party where every brick is slightly off but still trying its best to fit in. Ideal for those who love a good misfit story or just want to expand their brick universe on a budget. Building with magformers is like going on a first date with physics. Exciting, magnetic, and slightly unpredictable. We set out to make a simple ball and ended up with a sculpture that defied gravity and most laws of aesthetic design. They click together with a satisfying snap, which is half the fun. The other half is trying to pull them apart without launching them across the room. Great for aspiring magicians or anyone who likes their toys with a side of magnetic charm. Lincoln Logs takes us back to the old days when toys were wooden and so were our TV sets. Trying to build with these is like stepping back in time, if that time had a lot of tiny wooden logs and not much else. We aimed for a log cabin and got a pile of sticks after a minor earthquake, but the charm is undeniable. It's like playing Pioneer except with less dysentery and more splinters. Perfect for history buffs or anyone who enjoys a good old-fashioned log puzzle. We now have Lepid, who is famously known as the King of Bricks. More like King of Tricks, right? If imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, then Lego should be blushing cherry red by now. Lepid's specialty is crafting sets that are mirror images of the popular Lego series. This brand is notorious for copying Lego sets piece for piece, down to the minifigures' wonky smiles. Imagine buying a set called Star Wars and the main character is Lube Skyrunner. The figures look like they've been zapped with a shrink ray and the details are as fuzzy as your TV screen when the cable's out. It's the perfect gift for your friend who loves sci-fi but can't tell the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek. It's like a comedy of errors but in building blocks form. Bella really knows what is happening. Not Bella Hadid, folks, but close enough in the Clone World. It's like they decided to play a game of how close can we get without being sued. Their building blocks come in shades that haven't been seen on any reputable color wheel. Their bricks might fit with real Legos if you force them with a hammer, not that we have tried or anything. Plus, their themes like Police Station Siege often look more like a day spa than a cop shop, making you wonder if these guys took over your city's construction project, your local police is in for a treat. But hey, if you enjoy a challenge or just need a good laugh, assembling a Bella set is probably right up your alley. It's like a comedy show in a box. Another smartly named block is Creo, as in Create Yo. Okay, these guys are like the Diet Cola of Lego. Sure, it looks similar, but the taste, or in this case the build quality, just leaves you wondering why you didn't pay for the real deal. They say variety is the spice of life, but in Creo's case, it's more the confusion of construction. That's because with Creo, you can find yourself building a police car that ends up looking more like a deformed pumpkin on wheels, and we're putting this very mildly. The stickers don't stick, the doors won't close, and the minifigures have such odd expressions that you'd think they were having an existential crisis. Maybe this is where LEGO got the idea to make their movies from. Huh. So if you're building with Creo, you're playing in a game show where the rules change every 5 minutes. It's like a puzzle within a puzzle, but with building blocks. Now comes Mega Blocks. Kinda like Megabots meets your average bloke. Known for their robust size, these blocks are perfect if you've ever fantasized about building in ultra easy mode. They're pretty well known in the market, but come on, their fantasy shopping series, it's supposed to be a mall, or at least that's what it reads on the box, but it looks like a set of colorful bunkers during a paintball match. The instruction manual is more like a vague suggestion, and the end result always seems to have leftover pieces. It's as if Mega Bloks is testing whether you can build a shopping mall while blindfolded, using only your feet while tied to a chair. Another smartass and sassy named brick company is Enlighten. They took it literally and decided to enlighten us with their Brick Enlightenment series. The enlightenment you get is realizing you should have saved your money for actual LEGO. They promise an enlightening building experience, and boy do they deliver. You'll realize you've been enlightened on how much patience you truly have. Their kits include historical inaccuracies with a free side of bizarre color choices. Imagine building the Eiffel Tower that ends up looking like a lopsided radio antenna. It's perfect for those moments when you need to convince someone you travel to Paris on a budget. Perhaps to them it is the journey and not the destination that matters, but for most of us it does, doesn't it? Then there is Lily. It sounds cute until you step on one. Comically known as the Masters of Mistaken Identity because of their famous Heroes Assembly lineup, this line features superheroes who seem to have forgotten their gym memberships and any semblance of dignity. If you ever wonder what these superheroes would look like if they were an average citizen, you just found it. Their Spider-Man looks more like a Spider-Man, and Batman could be mistaken for a slightly upset penguin. These heroes are ready to fight crime just as soon as they figure out how their suits work and maybe do a cardio later too. If you're going Coco, it's because of Kogo. Their motto should be Land of Confusion. Their sets come with instructions that seem to be more like riddles. Each set comes with instructions that are better suited for decoding ancient hieroglyphics. Maybe they thought that the only people willing to buy them were those with a passion for Indiana Jones. Their space adventure could easily be renamed Space Misadventure. The ships look like flying pieces of abstract art, and the astronauts appear genuinely surprised to be in space. Maybe it's the space shuttle they are in, or the reaction to your gasps. We will never know. But building a Kogo set is like going on an adventure. You never know what you're going to get. Taking the bronze for audacity, we have Kazi's military base. It's less base and more basic, less military precision and more militant confusion, less effort and more production. If you thought flat pack furniture instructions were hard, try deciphering these. The base looks like it was designed by a committee of toddlers. Function meets chaos. The vehicles look more suited for a parade than a battlefield, and the minifigures look perpetually surprised because these little soldiers, too, were cheated on. It's ideal for staging a coup d'etat, if the enemy dies laughing. The runner-up is Slubin with their Girls' Dream series. If you've ever wanted to know what architectural designs by a 6-year-old looks like, Slubon has you covered. These sets make you dream about better quality blocks. The color schemes are a bold choice, with pastel overloads that could give unicorns a run for their money. Even My Little Pony won't enter here. Moreover, the pieces fit together with the enthusiasm of a cat at bath time. Both of them refuse to coexist by choice. It's like a puzzle where none of the pieces want to be friends. And taking the top spot on our list is Best Lock. Honestly, their name is a cruel joke because it's the worst lock. Or maybe they are teaching what it means to be an oxymoron. The only thing these blocks are best at is falling apart, just like your life. They should come with a tube of super glue and a warning label. Think of Best Lock as the fast food of building blocks. It seems like a good idea at the time, but you'll regret it later. The blocks either stick together with the tenacity of super glue or fall apart with a gentle breeze. They come with a built-in feature of frustration and disbelief. Building anything with Best Lock is a test of wills, and the blocks are determined to win. If you've had a laugh or a facepalm moment, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more epic countdowns.